So I had the best chat with Adrian. That's Adrian Diaz, who you may know as Hasta La Vista Boss. Adrian spends a lot of time on his YouTube channel, which is now edging up towards 1,000 subscribers. I think when I was recording this intro, it was somewhere in the 800s. I expect him to be at 1,000 in no time. I mean, for the most part, he talks about websites and about SEO. And so in this interview, I wanted to talk about some of the other things that he does. So we talked about podcasting and print on demand, merch, YouTube, and real estate investing instead. I think it just goes to show how multifaceted so many of us are in this make money online niche, this market. It was a real pleasure to talk with him, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, just for the record, we'll tell everybody who's watching this later, you are coming to this interview after a full day of work. So commuting to work, which is not short for you, plus a full day of work, coming home, putting your baby girl to bed, saying hi to your queen, and now here you are.
That's exactly the routine. And then don't forget, after we finish, I'm gonna work on some stuff as well. So that's the routine, you know.
Yeah, well, that's one thing that has always impressed me is your dedication and work ethic. Like you are so serious about this. And
we have to make it. We have to make it, Emilia. Hey, and by the way, I'm gonna try not to swear today.
Just, you know what, do your best. And I just want it to be natural.
Yeah.
And if I have to go back and add some then
yeah. No, I definitely have to, because, you know, I've talked to other people as well, and I'm going on another tangent now that, you know, I have to, unfortunately, I have to stop swearing, because if I want to monetize the YouTube channel, you know, in a few months' time, then I won't be able to monetize it if I swear.
You notice that I don't swear in any of my videos?
Yeah. Well, you know, I realized that people who do swear, they don't have monetization turned on for the YouTube channel, even though they are eligible, but they don't have it on because
they don't care. They're not there to earn money from ads.
Yeah.
Their business, they earn from other ways.
They make money from other places, maybe. Yeah. So
people don't think about that a lot. They think, oh, I'll just switch when I get there. But your whole library back there is a log. Like, those are digital assets that you could earn money off of, and then
for sure
get them monetized. And you're like, oh, that's
I really don't know how to do it now. I mean, do I need to I mean, if I have to download all the videos, edit them, and then upload them, that's just you can just throw away my YouTube channel, because those views are gone, those user interactions, everything is gone. So
I think what you would do is, if you couldn't get those videos monetized, you would just leave them and there would be no ads on them, but you still would be eligible. So you'd still have all of your views and all of your watch time. And then you would just go forward and say, okay, these videos I want to earn with ads. And so they have to be clean.
Yeah, that's exactly. And actually, I was thinking today, I mean, for the last few days, I was thinking to start thinking about some videos ideas that are not like long format, you know, the live hangouts, the reviews that I do for YouTube, for other websites and all that.
So you're thinking about just straight search traffic, just thinking, okay, keywords that could bring me in search traffic and new subscribers potentially.
Yeah. So I have a keyword I've done a few of these. Like I have a keyword that I compete with Alex, what's his name?
WP Eagle, that Alex?
No, Beckler.
Sorry, not Miles? Beckler?
Miles, yeah. So he's number 1, I'm number 2.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's the keyword is how to do keyword research for free.
Oh, interesting.
So, you know, and I want to do more of those because, you know, people enjoy, especially if you're looking for stuff, they enjoy like short, like 10, 8, 9, 10 minutes videos. If you want to listen to, you know, some motivational stuff, and you're curious to know about how people, you know, are doing money and all that, maybe you can go and listen to the long format, you know, the live hangouts. But yeah, I'm actually thinking to do more short videos as well.
Well, if you're thinking ahead to monetizing your channel, and you're not going to be far from it, once you get past 500 subscribers, I feel like it snowballs. Like it
Yeah,
goes quicker.
it's still painfully slow, but you know, we
It starts to
getting
move.
there.
But if
Mm.
you're thinking about videos based upon search traffic, then also thinking about videos where the keywords are more valuable. So making
Mm-hmm.
videos specifically in anticipation of getting ad revenue. Like I
Yeah,
made
yeah, yeah.
a video about keyword research, and then you go check the individual videos for the CPMs. And the
Hmm.
keyword research video had like an $80 CPM.
Wow.
So I
Yeah,
made a lot more
that's
off
crazy.
of that
Yeah,
video
yeah.
from the views versus some of my other content. And so if you're
Mm-hmm.
thinking, okay, I'm already doing this keyword research about the value of keywords for my niche websites, why
Yeah.
not deploy that specific part of it for your
Mm-hmm.
YouTube library? Because even if it's not monetized now,
Yeah,
people will
you can
go back.
monetize it later.
Yeah, and then you will be able to earn potentially more from those videos than otherwise.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea, and actually, I'm thinking more now about YouTube than my websites.
Mhm.
But and the reason for that is because I've always liked to talk and be around people
Mhm.
and I think that I'm going to share my journey through how I got, how I stopped living paycheck to paycheck, investments that I've done, credit cards, how I use those. I have about 15 credit cards, and people are scared to shit to use them. Um, how I bought my first property, and fingers crossed, in a few days I buy my second one just for investment. So I've seen this kind of content making shitloads of money, a lot of money,
Mhm.
just because of what you were saying, the CPM, that kind of content, it's making a lot of money.
Well, you see a lot of the
From the
creators in our
ads.
space either starting a second channel or moving the content on their own channel more to
Hmm.
finance
Yeah, yeah,
type content. So you see, I think Professor Ron is one of those guys where
yeah,
he's doing, very focused on growth, but you also see him throwing in a lot of investment type advice and
yeah,
talking about what to do with money, like credit cards.
yeah,
The
yeah.
CPM on those videos, look at Graham Stuffin,
Crazy.
right? I mean, he's
Yeah,
making money hand over
exactly,
fist, making
exactly.
videos about things like real estate,
Mm-hmm,
and you have experience with those
mm-hmm,
things.
exactly. Yeah.
But the question is then is, okay, you already have subscribers to your channel who are loyal to you, but they're there because of you build websites.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You build
Well,
passive income websites.
the thing is, I thought about it before I actually created the YouTube channel. So my idea was always to um before I read books, I recently started read books like 2-3 years ago, but I was had this idea to do like different things that would bring me money. And and when I created the YouTube channel, it wasn't like um you'll see many YouTube channels, like they talk about only, like Doug Cunnington. He only talks about Amazon affiliate marketing. So his content, at some point, he's gonna be so bored of doing that stuff.
You already see it.
Over
He started putting content out about the FIRE movement, the financial independence retire early movement. He's totally in it already, like Mr. Money Mustache, and
yeah,
like
yeah,
he is really very interested in these other things, but trying to
yeah.
put it in this channel, I think
Mm,
is hard.
yeah, because like you said, the audience is there for because you made yourself a name talking about one topic. But in my case, since the beginning, I said this Hasta La Vista Boss is just for us to create side hustles, make them profitable, and quit our jobs.
Mhm.
And I know that many people who started follow me at the beginning, especially, they know me because I've been on other places
Well,
talking
because you
about
went
my
on Doug's
journey
channel talking about your
as well.
about your
That's it.
website, and then
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
primarily how we see you out there in the world. Is you're a guy who
Mm,
makes the Amazon affiliate website. Now you're doing other things, but
yeah.
that's how I was introduced to you.
Well, exactly. So that's awesome, because now, for example, today, depending on the topics that we're gonna touch, then people who follow you, then they'll hear about this guy on Hasta La Vista Boss, who talks about different things. But yeah,
It
I mean, Go on.
No, I think that it's an interesting deep dive for a lot of us who are here on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube and who are doing other things, because we have to be so hyper focused on each individual task to be able to
Mm-hmm.
make it successful. And then when you're distracted and really spread really thin, it becomes very difficult to make those
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
successful. I know that you spread yourself out very thin, and so do
A
I.
lot. Yeah.
But I do that on purpose because
Mm-hmm.
I'm very concerned about the risk of going all in on one thing. Uh,
Exactly.
and I
And you know what, Emilia? At
what's
the
that?
same, I mean, I'm doing print on demand. I mean, I have like two,
Mhm.
3 designs, and that's exactly what these other people are talking about. So when you start doing this kind of stuff, just throw a lot of shit on the wall, see what works, right? See what sticks, and then you can you know go all in if you want on that particular topic. Same with us. I mean, I like to talk about affiliate marketing because it's the topic that I most know, and I like to talk about SEO, but it's not the only thing that I like to talk about. I mean, when I start talking about business, entrepreneurship, mindset, and all that kind of stuff, I could talk for weeks. And
Well, then let's talk about those, because
yeah.
those are the things on my short list
Oh yeah.
that I
Oh
had planned
yeah.
to talk about. That actually is the top. It says Adrian dash other side hustles, and that's literally my notes was other
Loads.
side hustles. I want to talk
Right.
to you, and I'm just going to take the reins of this conversation, and I want to talk to you
Sweet.
about your podcast. So
Mm-hmm.
you've been doing these live streams, and you probably found, like I did, that there was a lot of, I don't want to say pressure, but encouragement to take that content and move it over to a podcast, because
Mm-hmm.
people oftentimes don't have time to consume, or the ability to consume long form content on YouTube. So moving it over to a podcast made sense. Why did you choose Anchor over some of the other various options?
Well, because I just saw a guy, Chris Phelps. He,
Mhm.
he was posting on the Hasta La Vista Boss Facebook group. He was posting about his podcast with his wife. So they have a podcast and they talk about their journey and what they do and all that. So he mentioned that thing is free. So I said, okay. And because I my mind thinks like, um, because I've learned this, uh, if you're building something like I'm building this brand, Hasta La Vista Boss, the more places that you place that brand, the more uh, people you're gonna reach, basically. So I said, okay, that's interesting, especially nowadays that the podcast is so, such a buzzword. I don't know if it's a buzzword, but it's a very modern thing. Everybody has a podcast.
You're seeing that, you see all the big names now are starting podcasts, and you start to think,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
what do they know that I don't know, and I should try to get on this, jump on this trend while it's still a small thing.
Exactly. So it's not only that, but if you Google Hasta La Vista Boss, you'll see that maybe the first and second page is dominated by things that I've built. So there's the YouTube channel, there's a Facebook group, Google My Business, podcast, everything. So it has to do with dominating for your brand name. um, if you're building a brand like I do, if you're building a personal brand, you should do the same thing. But mainly I said, okay, so not only because of that, I decided to create this podcast, but I said, why not? I mean, maybe in the future I could do actually podcasts where I can talk to people, because YouTube channel is nice, it's awesome, but sometimes it's not easy to create these things because I can't on YouTube, I just improvise. I have no notes in front of me. And the camera, people will see you, right? People will see what you do, what you're looking at. And podcast, I think it's easier if you just read some notes, and maybe I'll do that in the future. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of the main reason I decided to go for podcast, to have more, reach, and as well for people who don't listen who don't watch the videos, to actually take it with them. Maybe they go to the gym or whatever, to the park, shoppings,
Well,
you
why
know,
did you choose Anchor?
because it's free.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not only free, but another thing that I liked about it, which I thought is mind blowing, is that they take your they take whatever episodes you, whatever audios you upload on Anchor.fm, and they distribute the audio, like on, I think it's on at the moment it's 6 or 7 platforms,
Mm-hmm.
like what is it, Google Podcast, Radio Republic or something like that, Spotify,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have to do all that
Mm-hmm.
work, especially
So,
because
so
I
you
don't.
didn't have to take the RSS feed and then go and create yourself an account over at Stitcher and register the RSS
No,
feed over there.
no, you just create an account on Anchor.fm. You create your, put your name and blah blah blah, and then you just start uploading the audios. You can record straight on the platform if you want.
I think you can
But
do some editing too, right? Isn't there some editing that
I
you can do in the platform?
I can't remember, to be honest, because the only thing I've played with is just uploading the audios that I've extracted from the live streams.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't play with editing. I can't even remember if there's a button for edit. Um,
Yeah, one
but
of
I
the
don't
other
know.
things I feel like I remember reading about Anchor when you are on their account is that you can monetize with them. So there's an
Yeah.
option, I think,
Hmm.
to run their ads, so you could potentially earn from your podcasts, even on
Yeah,
the
but
free version of it.
it's true. But I'm not 100% sure why I couldn't monetize mine. Um, I believe you have to be in the US, or let me see. Um, yeah, it's available in the US only
Mm,
to monetize it. So that, I mean, I'm just looking right now.
hmm.
It says available in the US only. By activating, you agree to the Anchor monetization. Blah blah blah.
Got it. Well, that explains it.
Yeah, so it's a shame, but maybe I can get a VPN and get myself an address in the US, and and
So
do it.
what about as far as one of the like the rumbles about Anchor, I think that they have managed to address is whether or not you would own your content. And there was a concern that when people were putting content up on Anchor, that Anchor would take over ownership of it for the purposes of intellectual property. And I feel like Anchor has come out and said, hey, no, 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 by the way, this content is yours. So let's be clear about it. But do you have any concerns at all about protecting your intellectual property there on Anchor?
Not really, to be honest. I mean, especially, I mean, I'm not even monetizing it. So, I mean, if they start to make money on my back, maybe. But at the moment, it's just a way to, like I said, to reach to other people,
Mm-hmm.
and just to have more uh, people to hear more about Hasta La Vista, boss. That's all at the moment. I'm not worried about if I actually didn't even read about that. So thanks for letting me know. I'll check it out. The only trouble would be for me to like, in my mind, is if they make money from using my content, and I don't get anything from it. That would be something to look into.
Yeah, so the thing that I like also about Anchor as a place to get started is that they don't have recording limits as far as I know. So you could upload basically as long as you want and as much as you want for the most
Mm.
part. So when you have a host, like I use Buzzsprout. I'm on one of the paid plans with Buzzsprout, and based upon the plan that I'm paying for, I can only upload so much content in a given pay period, even regardless of whether or not I release it. I
Right.
have 4 hours of upload time a month, and then I can publish it anytime. But that definitely throttles back what it is that I can publish in a given month, especially when I'm doing really long form interviews. That's basically 4 episodes a month on the
Right.
4 hour plan.
Oh, really? Well, this one, it's unlimited. That's another thing that I loved about it, and plus you can put a lot of links in the descriptions. So I take the exact description that I have on YouTube, place it on the description on Anchor FM episodes, and when those episodes are getting distributed to other platforms, those links stay as they are. which again saves a lot of time. I'm curious why you're using that platform and not, something like Anchor.
Well, because I want to have more control over the finished product of the
Mm.
podcast. So I know that there are some basic editing that you can do in Anchor. And I know that I could go over to, like, I use Audacity, and then,
Yeah. You can use
and
a
then I could
software.
upload directly to Anchor. But honestly, it was when I signed up with Buzzsprout, I had concerns about my intellectual property and my
All right,
ability to
gotcha.
control it. And so, I look at the objections that people have to Anchor, having control over the finished product. Maybe the sound quality isn't quite as good. Your files are
Yeah.
stored somewhere else, especially if you record directly into Anchor, then you don't have
Uh-huh.
that file on your computer or your phone somewhere. So it would be really difficult to take it somewhere else. And then you may or may not have control over the ads that they put in your content. So maybe
Right.
I can't be monetized because I am located in the US, but even if I wasn't being monetized, they have control over what goes into my content. And
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted
To
more.
have more control. Right,
Yeah.
right,
And
right.
so with Buzzsprout, I had to take the RSS feed and then go and register it with iTunes and with Stitcher and all the rest. But now when I upload to Buzzsprout, it just goes there.
Right, right, right.
And the other thing that's kind of nice about using a product is using one that has I think, a decent affiliate program. So they have an MRR plan where if you bring in people, then you can get monthly recurring revenue. And they also have like a little carrot that you can offer your audience to sign up with you. So if people
Right.
sign up going directly to Buzzsprout, they don't get the bonus. But if they use your link, they will actually send the people who subscribe using your link an Amazon gift card.
Oh,
So,
nice.
people, you
Yeah.
can tell people, hey, go use Buzzsprout. And they're like, I'm not going to use your affiliate link. I'm just going to go directly to Buzzsprout. I mean, that's great. They can do that, but they're going to miss out on this super cool Amazon gift card.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, they lose.
Yeah. So
They lose.
it's like I definitely do pick out products to use myself with that affiliate program in mind. I definitely won't recommend it if I don't like it, but if I do like
Mm-hmm.
it, then I'm already queued up with a product that I think is good, an affiliate program that is good, and then I just can add that to my repertoire of things. I say I'm using A, B, C, and D, and I'm an affiliate for A, B, C, and D, and I actually use it, and so it's something I can make content around pretty easily that I could potentially make money off of. Like, I haven't made content yet on YouTube around Buzzsprout that much, but because I want to learn how to use it really well. But when
Uh-huh.
I feel like I'm going to get there, I probably will make a playlist about Buzzsprout tutorials and podcasting tutorials and why I use it versus other things. And
Right. I mean, makes sense, and that's smart thing to do. We are marketers at the end of the day, right?
well, I
Um,
mean, this is our business at the end of the day.
so that's it. So, if you use a product, you like it, like someone, I'm not going to mention the name just yet because they didn't answer, but they reach out to me, hey, we have this tool. Would you like to use it and, talk a little bit about it? It's, of course, I mean, they're going to give me access to the tool first and play with it
Mm-hmm.
first. And then if I like it, I definitely make a video about it, reviewing it. But that's, it's the business. We are affiliate marketers. Definitely, I'm one of those guys that I haven't sweared yet on this, this chat, but
Sure, you have. You have sworn several times. You're not even aware of it.
hopefully you can have some beeps, and but the thing is, if I don't like it, if I don't like something, I will just talk about it bluntly, which this in my life took me to some trouble sometimes, because I just speak what I think. uh, but definitely, if you like a product and you can make money from it, that's happy days.
Mm-hmm. I definitely go out of my way not to do any of the bashing. One,
Mm-hmm.
because it's just not my style, right? I don't do it in my life. Like, personally, I don't go out of my way to look for the negative things. I feel like
Yeah.
it's a bad headspace to be in, to always
Yeah.
be looking at maybe why people are not that
Mm-hmm.
great. But I feel like putting ourselves out there on YouTube, it also makes us a little vulnerable,
Sure
because if
thing.
somebody has your name, people could find out plenty about you, and you give them reasons to not be that nice to you, then there's
Sure thing. Sure
there's
thing.
not
I
that
mean,
much that you can do to stop them.
well, one thing is for sure, you have to be yourself. I like to be myself, and again, I'm not going out of my way to not be myself. I try to be nice and all that, but I am a nice guy, and but I just say what I think without any filters. And like I said, sometimes this got me into some headaches. And now that I'm on YouTube, it's definitely one thing that I need to think about. Simply because, like you said, people are gonna watch you. They might misread what I say, or and you definitely don't want to be in those situations. I think it's going to happen anyway, right?
Mhm.
I mean, I'm at 800 subscribers now on YouTube. You are 2,000, by the way.
Hey, thank
Well
you. But
done.
you are almost there. Once you get to 800, it's fast. It goes fast.
But it's awesome to see your journey, and of course that's motivating for people who are right behind, like me. But what I'm trying to say is that as soon as you get to 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, and more, it's inevitable for people to start talking shit about you. And
I'm sure people do it now.
yeah, exactly. I mean, anyway, you have to just people, you can't just make everybody happy. So whatever you say, just say it.
Well, I mean, that's a tenet of marketing, though, right? About repelling people who are not your avatar, who are not your audience. Like, you want those people to go away, and you want them to
Right.
unsubscribe.
True.
You really do. You want those people to go away and find their people and their tribe. Like, there's no use you trying to convince somebody who is not warm to you and is never going to be warm to you to watch your videos and show up on your live stream. Like, you don't have to just throw yourself at their feet. It's never going to happen. So
Please subscribe. Please subscribe.
Yeah, I mean,
begging, huh? Remember,
I've gotten to 2,000 subscribers without begging them to subscribe. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. Can you imagine if you ask?
I could, but you know what? Now I'm dug so deep into this dispute about whether or not I should subscribe that I'm never going to do it, specifically because you and I disagree about it.
We disagree completely, but it's. I think you have some truth to your argument, because I've seen, for example, I have a video that talks about how to connect OBS with YouTube.
Yeah.
And that video got thousands of views.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw how many views it got.
Yeah, it's crazy. But at the same time, it has like 80 or something like that likes, and half of those likes are dislikes as well. So 30 or 40 dislikes. And the reason for that is because people who found the video, they're not there for because this is a playlist. So I've created like a tutorial how to live stream on YouTube, and it has like 10 or 11 videos. And that video is part of that series. But people who looked on YouTube, they found it organically. And I start to talk a little bit at the beginning about, about the playlist and other things that's related to other videos. And people didn't like it, because they're not there for what I'm talking about, which is live stream to YouTube. And they just wanted to know how to connect OBS to Zoom. That's
get the information and get out of here.
That's it. Yeah. So they're not there for my content. They're just there because they need something that's related to what they're doing. So I think you're right. In that situation, what's the point for me to ask, hey, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if their gig is not what I'm doing?
I definitely ask people to like, if you like it, like thumbs up, like smash the like button, like
that's it.
Do
Smash
it. Smash it. Graham stuffing, smash it. I also drink iced coffee now sometimes. Just I think about Graham stuffing in his little cup and like the ice in it. Like, this is the key to YouTube success is iced coffee.
Just don't buy it on Starbucks.
So talk to me about merch. So merch is like one of the next things. I've seen you out recently, with your designs, what on a clock. And I love the idea of t-shirts and of building the tribe around shirts. Like when you have Hasta La Vista shirts, I want one.
I'll send you
because
one.
yeah, because I'm gonna wear them in live streams. I tell everybody, like Morton Storgard was talking
Yeah.
about making a shirt for the Passive Income Geek. I'm like, I want these things because I'm
he
going to wear them in my live streams.
he got inspired by my t-shirts.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
do. I'm legit serious. I want to wear them because I just think they're so cool, and just to really support the cause, but also just I love
Thanks.
seeing
Yeah.
people make moves, right? Not
Hmm.
everybody is doing this. In fact, very few people are doing this and say, I'm going to do this. And I don't care what you guys are doing or whether or not you think it's a good idea. I want to
Yeah.
try this.
Exactly.
So you're doing, is it print on demand that you're doing?
That's what it's called. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's called print on demand. And for those who don't know, you just create an account on maybe Amazon. You can try Amazon. You can try Redbubble, Teespring. There are a few more, but I'm just having an account with these three.
Mhm.
Amazon is the worst one because it's so difficult to get approved.
You
They're
mean
very
for the
strict.
Amazon merch program?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Amazon Merch program is
I
very
have I
difficult.
actually have a merch account.
Oh, you do? That's awesome. Then don't let that close because my missus and I, we applied both at the same time.
Mhm.
So I was just here at the laptop, both together, filling up the form, and they approved my account, but they rejected her account.
Mm.
Um, so, but who knows why? We don't know
I've
why because
never
they're not gonna
uploaded
tell
any
you.
designs to it though. I went through it and then it was one of those shiny object things like I'll do
Oh
this
yeah.
and then
Well, the thing is, it's funny that I didn't heard about Mr. Beast. I don't know
Mhm.
if you heard about this guy.
I know
Uh,
Mr. Beast. I mean, not
they,
personally, but I know of his YouTube channel.
so I heard a bit. I heard about him before, but I never felt attracted to see or curious to see who the hell is he. So I did went to his YouTube channel like recently, like 2 3 days ago, and I'm just looking to see what is it doing, what are you doing to get to that point
Mhm.
of having 40 million subscribers, making so much money, and there was another guy who was kind of talking about how Mr. Beat got to the point and how he got this success,
Was that
besides.
Patty Galloway? Like he did a review video.
Yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen
that's the
both of
guy.
those videos. Patty, what's
Yeah,
his face? Yeah, no, I've seen that
yeah.
video and it's good. And then it actually inspired me to go and look at Mr. Beast's channel.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, I found the Beast before,
Mm.
but then scrolling to YouTube, I was bored at work. Let's see what's going on here. So I found this, and I said, okay, let me have a look. And one of the things that he was talking about, Paddy, on his kind of review, he was talking about that Mr. Beast since the beginning, and then carrying. If you see his videos,
Mm-hmm.
he always has some t-shirts with his brand, like his logo. He's like, I mean, people can't see it, but I have my uniform here with me,
Mm-hmm.
Hasta La Vista Boss t-shirt. But he always has something that people will see when they watch his videos. So apparently that creates a culture, that creates
Mm-hmm.
something that people, when they hear about Hasta La Vista Boss, oh yeah, I know, because I see that design so many times. I see that, that phrase, I saw that logo, I saw something.
Oh yeah, I
So
mean, we all call you Hasta La Vista Boss behind your back. I don't know that anybody actually knows your last name aside
like,
your
yeah,
Adrian
who's
from
that
Hasta
guy?
La Vista Boss. Yeah, we all know who that is.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons that I want to create the print on demand thing, because I mean, I want to grow this thing into like a real big brand. And if you take these steps, like I have a mission, if you say Hasta La Vista Boss, like we were talking about earlier, it's about creating a side hustle, make it profitable, quit your job, become your own boss. Well, this is not only particular to me. Like, so many people out there, they want to have their own business. So I think many people will relate to it and they will buy it because some people, they just want to help. Like you said, you want to help, the mission here, and support me. Appreciate you for that. And other people, they say, oh, you know what? this thing here that says you're fired to the boss, that motivates them, to to go out of bed and go to work today. I'm gonna work so hard. I'm gonna kick his ass or something.
So have you done any test runs yet to see what the quality of product is once you order on your designs? Because I know that is a concern across many of the print on demand platforms.
Hmm.
I personally use Printify, and I have tested out Teespring and some of the other platforms back in the Shopify days when I believed that I was going to do e-commerce, but that was
Yeah.
that was the before time. Let's not talk about that. But I
That's
mean,
long time.
have you done any test runs yet to verify the quality of the product? Specifically the t-shirts, right? Like I hate
Yeah.
really cheap like
Yeah.
t-shirts.
Well, um, so as soon as I opened the account, the first thing I wanted to do is to print something. I really wanted to have quickly a t-shirt to, go into my missus and brag, hey, look at this. What do you think, huh?
Yeah.
and and the quality of the t-shirts, the one I bought on Amazon, they're good quality. And I haven't bought the superior one. It's just the normal t-shirt.
Yeah.
And the, how do you call it? The print in itself, um, of course people can't see it, but
I could see the top of it.
yeah, but it's kind of washed now.
Yeah, it
But it's
doesn't look
big.
as bright as I was
Yeah,
expecting.
but you know why? Because I use it to do the live streams. I use it to go to sleep. I use it to go to work. I use it to go to buy the bread. So that's why. But I guess that if you use it like a normal t-shirt where you have to change your t-shirts every day,
Yeah.
it's gonna last long.
I will wear the hat, like a
Right.
hat. And
Yeah.
then for me, because I'm live streaming, so like
Yeah.
this part of my shirt is the
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
visible. So if it's like really far down,
Uh-huh.
like because you can see how most of your shirt it's not visible
Yeah.
on screen. So just keep that in mind. Like if you're looking for something like the upper bar, like this part of the shirt versus this part of the shirt, like you'll
That's why.
definitely see more of your design when you're
Exactly.
making
And
shirts
that's
for
why
people like me.
actually, some of the designs that I do, especially for me being on camera, uh, you don't see this one, but if you're gonna watch the next live streams, I have a design that the design is almost almost
Mhm.
on my
Almost
neck.
all the way to the top.
Yeah. Yeah, so it can show up on camera, because otherwise what's the point, right?
Well,
No
it's
one
like
can see it.
that, or you need to like step back from the camera a little
Yeah.
bit so
Yeah.
there's more of this part
Yeah,
of you.
exactly. Yeah. Well, I will do that in the future. As you can see here, people can't see it, but I have a green
The green
screen
screen.
behind me.
You usually have a really nice like the Hasta La Vista boss, but I like
Yeah.
seeing your place in your little apartment.
Thanks. I can help you out, if you want one of those. But when I do the live streams, I put this green screen, and because it's not big enough, I have to bring the camera right
Really
in front
close.
of me, right? So I need to buy a bigger one, so then I can push the camera back a little bit, so people can see,
Mm-hmm. Well, my
come.
background is basically a bunch of doors. So I have a door there, and then a door here, and then a door over there. And so basically my background is doors.
Well, the good thing about that is that you don't have to mess about all the time. Oh, I need to do the live stream. Let me put this thing. Let me do this now. That's how I get, because like I told you, I just got home
Mm-hmm.
before we went and record this
Mm-hmm.
episode. So I just got home, and can you imagine getting home, putting the baby to sleep, eating something, put the lights on, put this on? It takes some time, and that's the beauty, I guess, of not having all these things that I need to
Mm-hmm.
set up.
Yeah, no, I did it yesterday. I came running home from the kids' dentist appointments, and for my live stream yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Or on Wednesday. So I got back literally about 7 minutes before the live stream was supposed to start. And I hadn't even set it up or put the thumbnail in or eaten anything. I mean, it was literally like,
All over the place.
and then I was like, my kids make a mess of everything. So I'm over there frantically like throwing everything out of the way so that it doesn't look like it normally looks like when you have 3 children under the age of 8.
A green screen can save you then in that
That
case.
I probably need one for that. So when can we expect then you like debuting the merch, like the t-shirts and all the rest? I mean, when are you going to actually start putting it out there?
Well, both stores are open, so maybe I can provide you the links when we finish this
Yeah, no, it'd be cool. I
to
I
both
would be happy
stores.
to put it in the description of the podcast, even so people just can go and
You're just
see.
curious, be
Yeah.
curious. And actually give me some feedback. If you guys watch the listen to this, and go to the stores, let me know what you think. Like, would you wear that T-shirt? That's one of the things that I would like to know. And by the way, Chris, Chris that
Niche
we had
Safari
on,
Chris.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I
Nishafari
saw
Chris.
that interview you did. I thought that was a really good live stream.
Thank you. Well, he had the T-shirt on the live stream, and he said the quality is good. So,
He had an
I'm
Hasta
happy.
La Vista Boss.
Yeah, the same like mine.
Huh, I
Again,
didn't honestly even notice it. That's so funny. I feel like because it was so much of his face right here, like he had his
yeah,
hat on.
yeah. And well, the other that's why when he showed it to the camera, we were like sharing other stuff, and
Mm.
we were like in a little corner. And but yeah, he said the quality is good and he likes it, so I'm happy to hear that. But so the here's the thing, I don't like Amazon. Amazon is a pain in the ass for everybody who wants to do Amazon merch,
Mhm.
because they're very strict with your design. So, for example, in the Amazon.com in the US, they banned my design. This one with Hasta La
Why?
Vista
Because
Boss,
it says Hasta La Vista on it?
because it says Boss. So I'm not 100% sure if the letters, again, people can't see, but you can see on the screen. So the letters for the
Oh,
word
Boss,
boss,
like the Hugo Boss, like the
exactly, yeah,
brand
yeah.
Boss, the
So
trademark.
yeah, it's trademarked, and the letters they look quite similar, to be honest.
Mm,
And they banned the design, but in the UK, it's fine.
mm.
And other things that you can only put it on T-shirts and a few other things. Whereas if you use Teespring or Redbubble, which I kind of like Redbubble quite a lot.
I also liked Redbubble when I was in that phase. I
Yeah,
liked
it's
their
so
setup.
awesome.
Hmm.
Have you seen? I mean, you saw in the Facebook group, on Hasta La Vista Post Facebook group, I put the clock.
I saw the
That was
clock. The
so
clock was
awesome.
cool.
Wow, yeah, I love that. And there's what something cool that I liked, leggings as well.
Those
You
are
know,
really hip now, and it's really
yeah,
easy to do all over print on leggings.
yeah.
You know what you need is one of those hoodies. You know the blanket hoodies, the all
Oh
over
yeah.
print hoodies that has the head and then it has the little things you stick your hand in, and then you
All
could put your
right, yeah.
design like right across the back,
Oh, nice. Yeah,
like the
that's.
Batman wings, and that would be a really sort of unique
I'll
thing.
have a look to see if they have it, because at the moment Redbubble, so I put the design on phone cases,
Hmm.
pillows, uh, uh, sh- uh, shower curtains. It's on everything, So, so if you go and take a shower, and if some people need messages like writing on the walls to remind them what's the plan, what's the goal. We all need that. I mean, I need that as well. I
Hmm.
have things that are in frames. So if you go to take a shower and you see the Hasta La Vista Boss thing there, oh yeah, 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 that's the goal. Yes, let's
That's a
work towards it.
Yeah, that's the thing for me is when people are selling merch, like I'm happy to buy merch that's branded if it is something
Hmm.
that I actually want to use. And so that's why I
Yeah,
love the idea of the all over print blanket hoodie, because
yeah,
I love, like, winter's coming, right? It's hot now, but
yeah.
like to wrap up in this fuzzy blanket that has the hood on it. I
All
feel like
right,
they
yeah.
came out with those, like the templates for this design last year, the year before. There was a bunch of companies like, we got it. We can now, drop ship these and, print on demand these things. And it was a big deal. And I have wanted one ever since. And I've just never gotten
It's
one.
awesome, to be honest. It's so if you guys want to get into print on demand and try to try it, um another good thing about Redbubble and Teespring is that you just have to create an account. That it's simple as that. And you don't need to be approved.
Let's
Just
see.
create a nice just
I'm,
create a nice shop, and that's it.
mhm.
you
Yeah,
know
no,
and
I think that if you already have an audience, that print on demand is a really neat way to offer them additional stuff. And for you, you don't have to have a big upfront investment, right? Print on
Yeah,
demand is you don't pay
exactly.
until somebody
Yeah.
orders something. And then that cost should be wrapped into what it is that they pay. So it's not like you're frequently having to put out cash up front and then dealing with the customer service and all of the
Hmm.
stuff. That stuff it could be on autopilot. Maybe you wouldn't make as much money if
Yeah.
you had the setup at home where you were, putting the label on the thing and whatever, but it sure is hands off, like majorly hands off.
Definitely. You just create the designs and that's it. Happy days.
Yeah, I'm looking
Y-
over here at Printify now because I'm curious to see what other new products they've come up with, and they do have the hooded blanket on here now.
Oh, nice.
But again, it costs a lot to make these print
Yeah.
on demand. Like this
Yeah.
one is $47 for
Well,
the hooded blanket, just for a
they're
cost for.
expensive. There some things in there that are quite expensive. Like there's a set of duvet.
Mhm.
Is that how you call it? Duvet, I
Yeah.
think it's. And I've seen that design and I put it there. Who knows who's gonna buy it, right? But but it costs 80 pounds or $80. It's quite a lot, you know.
Yeah, but
Uh,
that could be really neat gifts and things. So you have it
Definitely,
set up,
yeah,
and then you say, okay, today on the channel, I'm giving away one of
yeah,
my all over print blah blah blahs,
yeah. That's
and
awesome.
then
Yeah,
maybe that's
great
an
idea.
investment for you, and you do it at cost. But then the person who receives it, maybe they will help you promote your brand by wearing
Sure,
it, or it's just
sure,
something
yeah,
that's unique that it's harder to potentially find specifically with your designs.
exactly.
Well, let's then talk about your other side hustles. You said early on in this conversation that you were maybe days away from closing on another piece of real estate.
Mm-hmm.
And this is an interesting time actually to be making moves in real estate, because that presumes either you have capital on hand or you are taking risks and leveraging yourself to be able to get into something new. And I don't know how much you want to talk about the financial aspect of it, but I have really thought hard about the risk of debt right now
Mm-hmm.
and taking on additional debt in order to buy an asset. And I don't know if you can speak to maybe how it is that you're financing this, if this is a cash deal, or if you can talk about the financial arrangements on it.
Well, yes, that's true. So I have already a property in Spain that's
Yeah.
on the beach. So it's I'm renting the property.
Hmm.
This year was a shitty year because we know why, right?
Yes. We don't even
Coronavirus.
have to go down that road. Everybody
Exactly.
knows why 2020 was a.
Yeah, for so many reasons, right? I mean, it's not only that, but then other things that came with it. So um, even though it was a bad year, when booking, because I have the property through booking,
Yeah.
and what's the other one? Airbnb.
Yep.
So when they sent us an email to the owners, said, "Hey, open the doors." Like we open the doors,
Yeah.
and start to make pictures and promote again the property on Facebook. Um, that helped us to kind of get some more money, uh, to put that capital together that you were saying to uh, invest in a second property.
Mhm.
It's going to be in the same location because we kind of want to build a portfolio in one location first.
Sure. Then you could
And
have a similar manager, so you don't have to go and
yeah,
hire separate management services all around the
exactly,
world. Yeah, that makes
exactly.
sense.
And then when you have like 5 or 10, then you can move to another location if you want, right? Then but the way we do it, my missus and I, so we put some money together, right? Like the properties in Spain in the location that we buy, they're very cheap,
Mhm.
especially because since the recession in 2008, the properties went down and they never went back to where they were before that,
Oh,
you know?
interesting. I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, so the property that I bought for the first one cost us about 75% less
Hmm.
than what is worth in
Like
with
2006,
yeah,
2007,
yeah,
before the crash.
exactly. So if you would have bought that property in 2006,
Mhm.
2005, you would not touch it without having 250,000 euros in your pocket. and we bought that property for 77,000. um we we made shitloads of mistakes. First property, we put loads of money into make it nice, which is looks very nice and sexy, uh but we spend a lot of money.
And then,
And
I mean, have you been able to generate revenue, like consistent revenue with it? I mean, that's the thing with
yeah.
an Airbnb, you don't always have control over the demand for it. It may be seasonal or
Mm.
like trending, like trends based. So have you been able to get renters in it consistently?
Yeah, if there's one thing that we do by mistake well, is that we made it very nice,
Yeah.
so it's quite appealing. When you see the pictures, I'll send you the pictures on Facebook. um the property looks like if it's some kind of 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
um and in that area, the properties, they look like they're like from 1920s,
Mhm.
with with the furniture. Everything is old. People don't give a crap. They just want the money to rent the property,
And
from
so then they see your place and they're like, okay, this is a
wow.
nice
Yeah,
place. Yeah.
exactly. So we put some money together. We took some money from the bank as well, because I had a loan, and I finished that loan, and now the bank is after me. Adrian, come. I have more money for you. I have more money. Take it.
Mhm.
So I said, okay, give it to me. I think I have an idea what to do with it. And uh, we took about 20,000 pounds, and we're going to put it into give a deposit. Uh, and then we talk with the bank to give us the rest, which is
Yeah.
not much. It's not much.
Mhm.
So if for the first property, we pay 160 euros per month for the mortgage, which
Mhm.
is
Not very much.
it's changed, right, for some
Yeah.
people. It's what you spend when you go to the pub.
For some people, yeah. Not me, but yeah, no.
So yeah, that's I mean, I'll probably share this like we were saying earlier, that I want to talk about other stuff on my YouTube channel, not necessarily about building websites and all that. There's other things that I think people can learn from my experience, and I just want to share it. And
Yeah.
at some point, I'll put some content out. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing uh, out of this world that
Mhm.
I do to buy them. um
But I mean, you have to admit though that it is an interesting time, I guess, to be
mhm.
making this particular move. So you're taking
As
out,
well.
you're taking
As
a
well.
big
Yeah,
risk right now.
definitely. But I'll tell you what, as well, because the situation is what it is right now in the world. uh People, like in that particular location, I'll tell you what happened. So in Spain, there's this thing called Costa Blanca.
Mhm.
And it's you don't I don't know if you know Spain. Of course, you are on the other side. But um people who live in Madrid, for example, that's the capital,
Mhm.
they there's no beach in the capital.
Mhm.
So what people who had some money a few years back, they bought the second property on the beach. And then the 2008 crisis came, and then, like I said, it never recovered. And now this thing happens, and they said, you know what, beep it. I'm not I don't want to pay for this anymore. I don't have money to keep paying the taxes.
So they're just giving them back, like letting them foreclose on them.
They don't do that, but they put it on sale.
Yeah, just for really cheap, just to
Yeah,
unload it, like whatever it
I
takes.
don't want it. I don't, because it's a property. If you can buy 10 properties, but if you don't rent them, or if you don't do anything with them, it's just a bad investment.
It's not even an investment. That is a
Exactly.
liability. It's a
Yeah,
straight up
exactly.
liability. It could
There
be
you
a
go.
terrible car or a television or bad
Yeah.
debt.
So again, we're taking the opportunity now that the times are bad, and we keep small people like myself, we talk about the rich people,
Mhm.
that the rich make more money when these kind of situations happen.
They
And
see
that's true.
opportunities. They see
Yeah,
opportunities.
and they have the money. So if you have the money as well here now, if you can get your hands on some money, it doesn't have to be yours. Like, I took money from the bank. It's not my money, but I'm sure I can pay it back. But I took the money so I can put it into an investment. It's risky, but it's proven. I mean, I've proven myself that it's a good investment. The property, I'm going to put it like again for 20, 30 years, a mortgage, and we're probably going to pay again 120, 130 euros per month, which is stupid. It's so low.
Well, not only that, but potentially what you could be looking at is an eventual recovery in that
definitely.
area.
Yeah.
And so then you'll have picked up a piece of property that maybe that the property values will recover to where they were in 2007 and before, or maybe exceed that, because we don't really know necessarily where people are going to want to be. And maybe being in the capital, surrounded by other people, maybe it will become very hip and chic to go and live on the coast where you can be away from people. And then all the rich people will be flocking back to there. Maybe you'll flip that for a million pounds.
And let me tell you another thing, that people, I don't know if there's any Spanish people that's going to listen to us, but
I don't know. My Spanish is pretty awful, so I don't know that there are many.
But if you're there, say hello, and let us know you're there. But the thing is, especially in this location, my wife had the stupid idea to sell the property. They said, "Why do you want to do it? It's making money. Why do you want to sell it?" So she said, "No, because I saw this opportunity and we could buy 2 properties if we sell this one." Well, I said, we first need to sell this one, right? So I know that the property is worth much more than when we bought it, because the refurbishment that we did and all that. So I said, okay, let's do this. Then call the real estate agent, tell him to go and check the property and give us a new updated
valuation.
Value. Yeah. So they said the property now it's valuated between 125,000 to 140,000, which is almost double the money in less than 5 years, I would say. And I say, okay, then if the other property we buy, we do the same, then we can buy and we can just flip properties instead of renting them. And that's going to build us some cash flow, like, crazy cash flow. I mean, if you buy it and sell it in 3 years time with double the money, I think that's a good business plan.
It is. I mean, it's decent. You're going to probably lose some of that to taxes though, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, there's some tricks that you can do, of course. Instead of, I've heard Robert Kiyosaki talking about this. I'm not going to go into detail because I can't remember exactly the details. And I'm not sure if this is available for Spain as well. He was talking specifically for US.
And I know what you're talking about. We call it the 1031 exchange. So if you sell a piece of real property that is a capital asset's an investment property, it's not your primary residence, then you turn it around and put it right back into property. I mean, there are more rules to it than that. Then you can avoid some or much of the capital gains taxes. But I definitely don't know if that's going to apply in Spain, or if they have something similar. Or I don't even know what the tax rate is in capital investments or capital gains in Spain. I have to imagine it's more though.
Yeah, I think it's more because of the situation they are in, and some taxes went up because of the last few years. But that's one of the things that I could look into. I mean, I'm not very smart. You
know what? You got to stop that, because I have hammered you this before. Do not tell me that you are not smart. We're sitting here talking about your second investment property, plus your podcast, your merchandise, your businesses, and I'm not going to accept that, Adrian. I'm just
stop it.
Stop it. I'm not going. Right. I am going to leave this in there, me harassing you. I don't want to hear you telling me anymore that you are not smart.
I appreciate it, Emilia. That's really nice of you. But I'm not trying to say that I'm stupid. I'm just trying to say that I'm not educated enough, if you want.
Okay, that's a better word, because
in that particular topic. So there's ways to do it. At the moment, I'm just going with my crazy ideas and say, okay, let's do this. I'm not thinking too much about things. uh if you read the book, who moved my cheese,
Yeah.
or if well, I'm the Scurry. What's the name is Scurry?
I know I was with you on Robert Kiyosaki's books because I read all of those, but
So
I know who moved my cheese along
yeah,
with Where's My Parachute or whatever. There was
yeah,
like
yeah,
these
I need
books
to
all
get that
came out
one.
around the same time.
But there's four characters in that book. So one of them is the person who's sniffing things all the time. The other one is the one who's taking action all the time. The other one is the one who's not taking any action and is afraid of change. And and I identify myself with Scurry because I just take action all the time. I don't think too much. I'm taking action and then I stop and think a little bit. Maybe that was a bad idea. But this brought me some success at some level, in my life. Um, doing the things that I've done so far. So now I'm thinking that I need to think a little bit more before I take action.
Or
So
just be
I'm
more deliberate about it.
yeah,
Say, okay, here's the plan, here's
yeah.
my goal,
Mm-hmm.
and here's the information that I don't have that I need in order to
Mm-hmm.
make this decision.
Do you know what I was? Who was it? I can't remember. I was listening to a podcast or something, or Gary Vaynerchuk. I can't remember who was it, but he was saying that one of the things that entrepreneurs do, and especially those that are going to succeed, is that a real hustler, real entrepreneur is able to take action without having the full picture of things, right?
Mhm.
You don't have to have all the information, because that's when overthinking and
Mhm.
paralysis by analysis comes into game, because you're
Yes.
thinking too much here. So
Yes. Well, I mean, at some point you're going to have to make a move at some
hmm
point.
yeah, definitely. So yeah, I mean, if you want to talk a little bit more about it, or if you have any specific questions, let me know. But yeah, I mean, fingers crossed. My missus now is gonna go to Spain to talk with the banks, and we found a property that we like. Again, very cheap, very below the price,
Mhm.
and we have already plans about the design and things that we're gonna do. So fingers crossed.
That's exciting. Well, I've had you for an hour and I feel like we have recorded a lot of great stuff. And for anyone who is watching this who doesn't know you and who you are or where to find you, please tell us, where should they go if they want to find out more about you?
Well, the first place I would send you is Hasta La Vista Boss YouTube channel. That's where I share my story, my journey.
And the link will be
And
in the description. So anybody who wants to go there, you'll have it.
thank you very much. And I'm quite active on Facebook. So there's a Hasta La Vista Boss Facebook group if you want to find it and just say hello, um, things like that. But
Yeah. So you also have a website. I'm assuming hastalavistaboss.com.
.net.
.net. Okay.
Yeah.
Hastalavistaboss.net. And
Thanks for that. I mean, I don't have time for it for the website. I would love to in the future when I'm out of the rat race, when I'm not gonna have the boss anymore. Then I'm gonna have some more time to write some blogs. But definitely, I enjoy doing videos.
Mhm.
Um, and I think I'm gonna focus on videos before doing blog posts.
I'm sure we could spend a whole hour talking about that
Oh
decision right
yes.
there. Well, it would be really fun, Adrian, to do another one of these, in a few months and just do some follow-ups because it's just
Hmm.
really fun to follow along with you. And I really enjoy chatting with you. So thank you so very
Awesome.
much for being here. It's been great.
Anytime, it's a pleasure to chat with you and hang out with you. We always have a lot of cool stuff to talk about, and it'll be a big pleasure to come back. Definitely.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or got value out of it, please don't forget to hit the like button. And what you see on the screen right now are two things. One is a video selected just for you, and the other is a playlist of other interviews just like this one. So if you enjoyed this chat with Adrian, then check out that playlist because I've got a whole bunch more already posted, and I'm posting a new one each week.